let's start for the training we had this week. It was definitely visible that we did not have a training week here before, so it was a little bit harder for us to get into the groove of this track. But over the runs and the closer the race came, the more consistent the athletes became, and that's definitely a payoff of what we had last season with all those runs. They can adjust to different situations better and definitely faster now. And and it showed off in the race. It was a typical example of we might not be the fastest per se right now, but we're definitely one of the most consistent ones, and that was the first goal to achieve, and we are well on way for that. Well, the women had the roughest go all week and also in the race today. From the start height, the doubles World Cup start height / junior women's start height has this typical curve 9, as you know, Gordy. And that is a little bit of a difficult spot at this track. It was not easy. Even the Germans had several problems, but we definitely had the bigger ones. And that's why the speed was just gone. Luckily, we will have another chance on Sunday to redeem ourselves a little bit and hopefully make it better. Yeah, the doubles, absolutely. I mean, let's start with Dana and Duncan. They definitely have a great season going. Their problem last year was the consistency and a little bit the mental game as well, which they definitely have under control. They like racing, they love racing now, not to say, and they are very consistent. Right now, I would say even the most consistent doubles team in the junior circuit. And they also stepped it up at the starts. That's definitely helping them at the finish line to get there faster. And the first place in Königssee and the third place now in Altenburg definitely speak for themselves. Their 8th place today is definitely a success. When we look back the last month, Sean just started on a double, and then Michael again got a new top man, and this started a lot. König, all of a sudden the light switch turned, and Sean understood the idea of sliding a double flat, which is quite different than sliding a single flat, and it seems like they're having fun now. And that definitely shows as well. They had a good race in Königssee, and now again in Altenburg, those were 2 consistent runs. Of course, it's not great just yet. They're still learning and have quite a learning curve ahead of themselves, but it's very visible. Run by run, they get better. Run by run, they get faster, and they're just about to challenge Kellogg Stagger as well, which is great for them just as much as it is for the other ones. Zach, he showed off today. That was great. He had a struggle this week in some runs, but he's very professional this year. He stepped up his interest in not only the sliding part, but also the equipment part. So he asks questions. He does a lot of stuff by himself now with our supervision, which makes him grow even faster. He stepped it up on his start. And as I said at the beginning, his biggest plus today was 2 consistent runs, which threw a lot of the competitors off that are behind them. Then Ian, coming up from the youth A from last year, first junior this year, he's doing a fantastic job. He once in a while has a bigger problem on the track, but he keeps it under control. He makes not a big thing out of a small mistake, and that's why he has his second top 10 result now this season. And Sean, in the first round had a big mistake that put him back into 11th place. In second round, did contend well with a very slow distance to top 5 and maybe even on the podium. Yeah, and Keaton is struggling well, but he is very persistent. He's not giving up, and he's going to work his way out.